Spending time on something, and then having someone else claim it as their work, is pretty fucking annoying. Here's one such example that actually happened to me. There was this kid, who I'm gonna call Wanker, and he was a massive cunt. He thought he was better than everybody else because he was rich, and in our class he was pretty popular. Now back then, I wasn't that good at art. I'm still not, but I was one of the better ones in my class. Only a few people knew about this though because I was a loner. Talking to people is a pain in the ass. So we were complete opposites, but we were put into the same group for a project. So the other members of my group made a group chat later that night and voted for Wanker to be the leader. Wanker started assigning roles to everyone in the group chat, and after some time, the only role that was left unfilled was the illustrator. Oddly enough, when he asked me to be the illustrator, he asked me in a private message, instead of in the group chat like he did to everyone else. I thought nothing of this, and a few weeks later, the presentation was done. Now all that needed to happen was for Wanker to add the credits at the end of the presentation. But what the fucker failed to mention was that he gave himself credit for a role that he gave to someone else. So we passed the presentation, and the following day, the teacher says that she wants to show everyone the presentation that she thinks was the best one. Everything was going fine until she showed us the credits, and to my surprise, Wanker credited himself as the illustrator instead of me, and to add salt to the wound, the teacher started praising him for the art that I drew. I was pissed the hell off. I was basically sitting there watching everyone else blow smoke up his ass for something that I did. None of my groupmates knew either because he fucking private messaged me. So after classes was over, I decided to consult with my teacher. Miss, Wanker is a fucking wanker. So I told her everything that happened, and she said she'd look into it, and then she dismissed me. The next day came around, and the teacher said at the start of class, "Someone has brought to my attention that Wanker from Group 3 tried stealing credit for something that he didn't do." I saw him starting to sweat as he tried to defend himself, saying, "No, teacher, it's probably just someone who wants to take my credit by saying that I took theirs." I was fed up, so I stood up and challenged him. "Alright then, fuck-ass. If it was really you who drew those, then why not let's have a drawing competition right now?" He started panicking as he desperately tried using the same defense that he just used, but surprisingly, the teacher allowed us to have the competition after class ended at break time. With the confirmation that I would be able to prove his guilt after class ended, I sat there, excited. So class ended, break started, and the competition began. And I wasn't even worried. There was no way he could possibly recreate the perfect balance of shit and kinda okay that was my art style. After everything was done, it was not even close. This guy was absolute shit at drawing. And after comparing the drawings, he was fucked. There was no possible way he could explain this one. After everything that happened, his popularity plummeted. No one liked him anymore. I don't even know why he did this. The chances of him being able to get away with this was so low that it was almost non-existent. Anyways, moral of the story? Don't be a dickhead.